YouTube, thanks for checking out today's Side Hustle of the Day. It's episode 11. We're continuing Drivers Week here, and we're talking about a unique type of side hustle, or just a unique type of opportunity if it's available in your city, and that is wrapping your vehicle and getting paid for it. Now, before you switch off to another video or say this is complete horse manure, because a lot of us, I'm sure, have heard and seen the people that get scammed by scammers who they'll show up ads on Craigslist or Facebook or whatever, and they'll say, they have like an elaborate scheme to send you a check, and then you cash it and pay an installer and keep your first month's or first week's pay, and then MoneyGram them, the difference, or some kind of crazy nonsense. And quite honestly, it's typically older people. That's usually most of the people that get scammed with a lot of things like that. They just don't know any better. Tech kind of goes over their heads and they get scammed. But after doing some research, because I myself, I had a startup, a small business where for 2.5, almost 3 years, I had my personal vehicle wrapped because I just wanted to do it. I thought it was a cool opportunity, and not an opportunity, but just a cool thing to do. It was my idea. I wanted to do it. Didn't make any of my business partners do it, and I didn't suggest it. They didn't seem very interested in it anyway. So anyway, it helped the business a lot. It was good advertisement. So companies are offering people who are commuting to work, or even doing other rideshare type services, or maybe you deliver food or Uber or whatever, to wrap their cars and advertise certain companies. And we're talking big names like 24 Hour Fitness and Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff like that. So after doing some research, there's really one that stands out above the rest, and that's Carvertise. I'm going to link it below, along with Rapify, which is another one that comes up a lot in this type of a side hustle, or this kind of like gig type of app-based, make passive income, side income. Only thing is, with Rapify, there definitely has been a lot more negative reviews or negative things written about them versus Carvertise, where I honestly didn't see any. There weren't that very many. They've been established for a long time. Yeah, so do your own research, obviously. See where it's available. See if something like this or something similar is available. Or even do this. If you know a friend, if you know somebody, if you're an acquaintance maybe even, that has a small business or has a startup or something, maybe they want, or even just a product, and you think to yourself, hey, let me pitch this to them. Pitch it to a person that you know, or a group of people that you know in your area, and see if they'd be interested in it. There's a lot of things that kind of go into consideration with this, and that is like, how are people going to be driving with my name or my brand on their car, and is it safe, and what are the legal ramifications if something goes wrong, or if somebody gets into an accident, or blah blah blah. All possible, and I'm sure as you dig deeper into things like Carvertise, you'll know that there's certain things you have to abide by, and there's contracts for everything. So read your contracts when you get them. Make sure that it's something you want to agree to, and make sure that if you end up opting out early from a campaign. Campaigns vary, and they say it lasts between 2 to 6 months. Base amount, I think, for Carvertise, and we're primarily talking about that because the other ones, they had too many negative reviews where I don't really want to highlight them, but it is another option, like Rapify, like I mentioned. Carvertise starts at about $100 a month, kind of like a flat rate. And then they have incentives where if you take pictures, in crowds or with people in front of in your car with these wraps on, they give you bonuses and whatnot. So people have reported making as much as $4, $5, $6, $7 plus $100 a month in their areas, doing certain things with the wrapped car, and obviously doing the regular commute. Rapify and other apps actually make you drive a certain amount of miles and make you track it on an app, which one of the complaints have been that these apps aren't very accurate as far as tracking your miles and location and all that. So that's today's side hustle. If you're already driving, like myself, I like driving, but I don't have a commute necessarily every day. So if it was one of those mileage fulfillment type of things, I wouldn't be able to fulfill the miles for the most part. I'd have to literally just go drive just to get the miles under my belt so that I complete that day's tasks. Carvertise, on the other hand, just a flat rate. Whether it's sitting in your driveway or sitting in your parking garage, or you're driving, you're still getting paid for it, which is pretty cool. They pay for the installation after the campaign. They have it obviously removed, and it's interesting. If you're not opposed to having a wrapped vehicle, maybe you can look into it. You can make a couple $100, take one more bill off of your plate, and if you don't have too much to worry about, maybe just add a couple $100 to your pocket, and that's it. Guys, that was episode number 11. Tomorrow's Friday. That means another week will have gone by. I can see that things are climbing on the channel, so if you can, give this a like, hit subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you know that I'm dropping an episode every single day, Monday through Friday, and on the occasional weekend if I can. Share it with a friend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember that a goal without a plan is just a wish, and we don't want to wish things into existence. We want to make things happen, make things, and manifest it into existence. Peace.